conference going on. And of course, we have Made with Love Delectable Edibles here, Alexandra and Colin Proctor, and they're going to tell us, Colin, about some delicious food that we are sauteing up today.
Yes, so we have a spring saute, and so we're not going to do a winter recipe this week. So we have chicken in a pan and asparagus, and we're going to cook. Excellent.
Are the greenhouses coming along pretty quickly now? It's spring?
Yeah, absolutely. It was really hot in there today.
Excellent. Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you very much. We will take a quick break. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is time to do some cooking on set with Alexandra and Colin Proctor from Made with Love Delectable Edibles. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good. Good. I'm doing not bad, Colin. Thank you very much for asking.
Good.
We are making a saute today, chicken saute with asparagus, and I'm pretty excited about this, specifically because I was actually doing some cooking last night with chicken and asparagus. And I put the asparagus in way too early, and by the time I took it out, it was shriveled up. I'm not going to lie, I put it in way too early. So I'm going to learn a little bit today about maybe how to avoid doing that.
There you go. Yeah. So this saute is simple. We're just doing it 100% fat-free today, because a lot of people are looking for fat-free. And we're also doing it with 0 carb. So instead of putting it on, you know, rice or quinoa or pasta, we're actually going to put it on a bed of fresh greens. So it's a really easy, simple, no-work recipe. I'm going to start with this asparagus, which is gorgeous and fresh and on sale at Fratelli's Market today. And we popped in there with no thoughts of using asparagus, and then came across this gorgeous, fresh asparagus that was $1.99 a pound. So we went, I guess that's going in today's recipe.
Yes, and it's beautiful asparagus. It's really thick. I don't know if that picks up on camera, but some of the stuff over in the corner there, huge, thick pieces.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And the other thing that I'm just going to show you here is, when you do asparagus, if you just break off the end, you get a perfect break where the woody start part of the stem actually changes to the nice tender asparagus. So you start kind of just bending at the bottom, and it's going to break off as soon as that woody bit goes away. So that one broke really very, very thinly near the bottom, whereas the next one along, it might break higher. And that way you get a really nice kind of asparagus from it.
Excellent. Should I be chopping some carrots here?
Go for it.
Sounds good.
Okay, so these are going in with the asparagus, or?
Actually, we're just going to use the asparagus as a topper for this stir fry. So I'm just going to really quickly saute it for a minute, just until it turns nice and bright green. And then we've just got water in the pan. So that's all you need, a little bit of water in the pan, and then your asparagus. And just toss it around for really just maybe 2 or 3 minutes until it's cooked through. And then we're going to take that out, and in that water, where all of those asparagus nutrients have really concentrated, we're going to use that as the base of our sauce.
Okay, sounds good, you guys.
Yeah.
Look at me chopping like a pro.
That's you're going for it.
Except these aren't on the diagonal.
That's good enough.
Doing my best.
And so this is really simple. It's basically we're going to poach the chicken, essentially, and add basically surface sprinkle with our Crimson Love spice blend, and then add the carrots, and it's just really easy, good to go.
And you know what? The beauty of this sort of a meal is that you don't have to have it with carbs and not feel like you haven't had a substantial meal. For me, I don't do a lot of cooking with carbs because that's something I'm trying to cut out, just because it's an easy way to lose a couple of pounds if you're not eating too many carbs, and you can sort of double up on your vegetables. And in a situation like this, when you have some carrots, you know, carrots maybe aren't the most, you know, carrots have a bit of sugar in them, but certainly in lieu of a potato, you're ahead of the game, certainly, right?
Exactly. So. The deal actually with the carbs is anything that's starchy is really just a chain of glucose. That's all it is. A bunch of glucose molecules chemically stuck in a row. So when we're eating the really heavy starch products, what we're getting is a lot of sugar. So if we use something instead, like baby spinach or sprouts or arugula, any of those type of things, we can pretend that's kind of our bed of rice or, you know, pasta or whatever we're doing, and then put our sauce or our saute or stir fry on top.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got the chicken in there. Where are we going next, Colin?
So I guess we should throw some carrots around it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Do you want me to do that?
Yep. Pop some in.
And this is just to help soften them up.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the great thing about doing this, of course, is you get more flavor into the sauce by doing it that way as well, too. And, you know, even if you're, I don't know, I find with our family, you know, some people might not like asparagus or that sort of thing. You know that if you're cooking the asparagus in the water first, you are getting some nutrients from it that's going to carry through into the other food as well, too.
Yes.
And that's a really positive thing.
And this Crimson Love blend that we're using is actually a mix of organic dried beets, garlic, and rosemary. So what you're getting in it is super tons of nutrients, but it just tastes like garlic and rosemary. So when you're cooking, you're adding that kind of bonus whole food nutritionals with something that just tastes really yummy.
Excellent. So how long are we going to leave that in?
We're just going to saute it together, probably about 5, 6, 7 minutes, just until your chicken is cooked through.
Okay.
It's going to turn those carrots actually a beautiful rosy orange, orangey red color, which is gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do over here is just get ready, make a little bed of spinach, and get that ready to kind of be our, be our sort of bed to place it on. So that's just some baby spinach greens. I'm going to take a lemon here, and to give it a really nice sort of fresh flavor, I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice right on the greens, and then actually I'm going to do that on top of the asparagus on top as well. And if Marcel wants to come in, when I squeeze my lemon, because lemons actually tend to have seeds in the middle, whereas limes don't.
Right.
You'll notice we use a lot of limes, and that's generally the main reason, because they don't have seeds. But if I squeeze that lemon right through my fingers, it allows me to catch any seeds that might come out while I'm getting a little bit of lemon juice on the salad. So that's good thing to do with clean hands.
How many seeds came out?
Yeah, just a couple.
And the best part about squeezing that lemon is that it totally cleans your hands off. It makes you smell deliciously lemony, which I love. That's good.
So we'll get that. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of the Antarctic pure sea salt. Just sprinkle that on top of the salad as well.
Okay.
You could go totally salt-free in this recipe if you wanted. And the Crimson Love is indeed salt-free. So that's why I would add a little bit of the sea salt for those who like a little bit of natural salt.
Excellent. All right, we're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to, at the end of the show, check in with Alexandra and Colin and see how this all turned out. Keep in mind, you can find this recipe on www.madewithlove.ca. All of the recipes, in fact, can be found at that website. We'll let you guys finish up here, and we'll see you at the end and see how it all turns out.
Sounds
good.
Okay, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, are you in tune with your inner peace? Not everyone is. In fact, a lot of us aren't. So we're going to find out about how to do that in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Some rain overnight, and as we warm up to 7 degrees, of course, it will melt because we are so close to spring. I can smell it. We've got 5 days, people. I'm excited about that. We're taking a last look now at how our chicken saute has turned out. Alexandra, Colin, how are we doing here?
Really good.
Good.
We took the chicken breast out, just sliced it up, and then tossed it back in that sauce with the carrots. And then we just laid it on our bed of baby spinach and topped it with a little bit of the sauce out of the pan and the fresh asparagus.
And
so
it looks delicious.
Simple, real whole food.
It is. Yep, the chicken looks nice and moist, and that sauce, of course, is going to add a beautiful flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you guys, thank you very much. And remember, if you are interested in checking out these recipes, I've tried many of them. They're delicious. www.madewithlove.ca. You guys, thanks very much again.
Thanks.
That's all the time we have for the Tuesday edition of Midday. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.